Hey there, I'm Anarica Mendoza, and I'm here to take you on a wild ride through feminism's journey across waves. And Girl has its 11th mark on the movie scene, so buckle up as I talk about the major moments, pick apart a few major portrayals, and really get into the nitty-gritty of how feminism has shaped the way we see gender in media. Let's step back in the time to the late 19th and early 20th centuries, where the stage was set for a remarkable movement, the first wave feminism. It's the first fight for leveling the playing field. During this period, women across the globe began organizing and mobilizing for their rights. They advocated for legal reforms that would grant them the same rights and privileges as men. Central to their demands was the right to vote. It's seen as a crucial step towards achieving broader political and social equality. These women weren't just asking politely, they were demanding change, and they wouldn't take no for an answer. But the fight is not all about voting. In addition to suffrage, first wave feminism tackled a laundry list of issues like property rights, education access, job opportunities, you name it. These women weren't content to sit back and wait for change to happen. They rolled up their sleeves and fought tooth and nail for every inch of progress. Notable figures of first wave feminist movement include suffragists like Susan B. Anthony, Elizabeth Cady Stanton, and Emmeline Pankhurst. Their activism and advocacy played crucial roles in advancing the cause of women's rights. Now, fast forward to 2004, where Iron-Jawed Angels brings the struggles of American suffragists to vivid life. Through the lens of this film, we witness the unyielding determination of women like Alice Paul and Lucy Burns. With every rally and every hunger strike, they defy the odds and remind us of the sacrifices made for political equality. So, as we watch these suffragists stand tall in the face of adversity, we're witnessing history in action. We're reminded of the fierce courage of those who came before us, laying the groundwork for the waves of feminism still crashing today. The second wave of feminism emerged in the 1960s and continued through the 1980s. The second wave of feminism was characterized by its broad scope and multifaceted approach to addressing the various forms of oppression and discrimination faced by women. One of the key focuses of second-wave feminism was advocating for reproductive rights, including access to contraception and abortion. Women recognized the importance of controlling their own bodies and reproductive choices as essential aspects of their autonomy and freedom. The landmark Supreme Court case, Roe v. Wade in 1973, which legalized abortion in the United States, became a crucial victory for second-wave feminists and underscored the significance of reproductive rights in the fight for gender equality. In addition to reproductive rights, the second wave of feminism also places significant emphasis on achieving workplace equality. The rise of the feminist movement during this era coincided with the significant social and cultural shifts, including the civil rights movement, anti-war protests, and the sexual revolution. These broader social movements provided the fertile ground for feminist activism and contributed to the momentum of second-wave feminism. Major representations of second-wave feminism often depicted women actively challenging gender norms and asserting their rights in various spheres of life. Mga Kwento ng Barbero is a Filipino movie in 2013 that portrays life in 1972, showcasing themes relevant to the second-wave feminism. In this movie, we see a woman trained by her husband. She later became widowed but decided to run her late husband's barbershop. As expected, she faced discrimination in the male-dominated industry. Despite challenges, her talent gains massive trust, symbolizing barriers women move in non-traditional roles. In this movie, it is also the time of martial law, where the women's barbershop became a safe space for dissent. It reflects the second-wave feminism's defiance against authoritarianism. It highlights the intersectionality of her fight for gender equality within broader struggles for democracy and social justice. Additionally, her women friends play a significant role in supporting her endeavors, showcasing solidarity and collective action among women in the face of adversity. Even one of her friends, trapped in the cycle of pregnancies with her cheating husband, underscores the urgent need for reproductive rights and autonomy. Third-wave feminism emerged in the 1990s and continues to evolve today. It represents a significant departure in feminist ideology, yet, building upon the achievements of earlier waves while emphasizing intersectionality, diversity, and inclusivity. Unlike previous waves, third-wave feminism rejects a one-size-fits-all approach and acknowledges the diverse experiences and identities within the movement. Intersectionality, a key concept introduced by Kimberly Crenshaw, is central to third-wave feminism. It highlights the interconnected nature of various systems of oppression, emphasizing the importance of addressing multiple inequalities simultaneously. It prioritizes amplifying the voices of marginalized groups such as women of color, LGBTQ+ individuals, and disabled women, who historically face exclusion from mainstream feminist discourse. An exemplary portrayal of third-wave feminism in media can be seen in the film Ang Babaeng Humayo, directed by Lav Diaz. This film is a Filipino drama that tells the story of Horacia in the time of 1997. She's a woman wrongfully imprisoned for 30 years for a crime she did not commit. Upon her release, she seeks revenge against the man who framed her while navigating society plagued by corruption and inequality. Her journey reflects the complexities of intersectional identities, as she confronts not only gender discrimination, but also social class disparities and systematic injustice. Additionally, the inclusion of diverse characters such as Holanda, a transgender woman she encountered, adds depth to the film's exploration of intersectionality and challenges societal norms around gender and identity. Fourth-wave feminism, emerged in 2010, leverages social media for activism and accountability. The hashtag #MeToo movement, sparked in 2017, represents the essence of fourth-wave feminism. It harnesses the power of social media to amplify the voices of survivors and hold perpetrators of sexual harassment and assault accountable. Through the sharing of personal stories and experiences, the movement has sparked a global conversation about consent, gender-based violence, and systematic misogyny. The Netflix series Unbelievable in 2019 is one of the major representations of fourth-wave of feminism. Unbelievable is a powerful and critically acclaimed series based on true events. It focuses on the investigation of a series of sexual assaults and the experiences of the survivors. The series sheds light on their trauma. It also explores themes of institutional failure, victim blaming, and the importance of relieving survivors. It also reflects the role of social media and digital activism in shaping conversations around gender-based violence. While the series itself is a traditional media format, its release and reception were influenced by online discussions and movements like #MeToo. Bringing these important issues to a wider audience, sparking conversations about consent, trauma, and accountability contributes to the ongoing discourse and activism of fourth-wave feminism. So, wrapping it up, each wave of feminism is like a wave crashing into the media scene. It reshapes narratives and busting stereotypes left, right, and all sides. Watching these films opened my eyes to the transformative impact of feminism on how we can perceive ourselves and others in media. We are portrayed from being meek and silent to depicting us as strong, independent individuals, all while recognizing the importance of solidarity among fellow women. I also observed the evolution of feminist activism, progressing from street protests and gatherings in venues like churches and hideouts to becoming increasingly prominent and impactful online. But hey, the work ain't done yet. We've got to keep the conversation going, keep pushing for more inclusive stories, and keep holding the media accountable, because let's face it, a more diverse and fair media landscape benefits everyone, not just women.